Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. This is going to be a quick video just to show you some of the admin features we have as it relates to tents, stashes, towers, and any other kind of base that a player can place or build in game. So we're going to start with our blank channel that I just created under this Livonia server. First thing we're going to do, as always, is we're going to /register channel. We're going to hit enter on that. We host several servers, so this list is going to be long, but we're looking for our PlayStation Livonia server. So we're going to look here by platform. Here we go. There's PlayStation, that's Livonia. We're going to note this game ID here ends in 4-5. We're now going to use the pull down menu to find it. Here it is, 4-5. If you've got different names or only hosting one server, this pull down will be a little easier to navigate. But if you host multiple DayZ servers, this information will be presented to you every time you go register a channel. As we know now, of course, after that channel is registered, now every command we type will be linked to that game server itself. So we're going to go to our /bases and you're going to see the prompts we have available here. We have all gates, all tents, all flags, all stash, and then we have some additional ones that I'm going to cover here in a second. We also have this towers command. So I want to start with things that get displayed on a map image. That is very useful if you're just trying to get a quick glance as to who's building what where, instead of getting links that you have to click to open a browser, although that is also available. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's start with the flags. Let's issue this command /bases all flags on map. I'm going to hit enter of that. The bot's going to process and I'm going to get presented with just a quick simple dialogue. We can see that we have a total of 1 flag raised on this game. The server was wiped recently, so it's taking people a while to build up again. If I click on the image, this is Livonia. And if I zoom in here, I can just quickly see the gamer tag and the overall location of where that is. Now, by gamer tag, if I want to get additional information on exactly where that flag is, I can note the gamer tag. I can then go to the player specifically and I can say /player bases by gamer tag. I hit tab and now I'm going to start typing just a few letters of that gamer tag and the autocomplete should work. Once that gets selected, I can hit tab to quickly continue to type it, or you can click it with the mouse. I'm going to hit enter and now I'm going to get all of the information for that particular player. Starting out here, you can see we've got some other stuff that the player has built or placed, and we're going to get to that in a second. We've got some canopy tents, some gates, some shelters that were deployed, but the information we were looking for is this flag. Here we have the flag type, that is the flag that the player raised, and here we have the exact location. I'm going to go ahead and drag that in here, and now you can see that is the exact location and placement of that flag right here for your links for Eyes Arrive. All right, I'm going to get that out of the way and let's keep going. I'm going to go back to bases and I'm going to help the bot here and just go all, the first 3 characters of that word. And now we're going to have all gates. So let's go with that. I'm going to hit enter, let the bot process. Now the image we've got here, we've got a total of 22 gates found on the server. And of course, the different gamer tags that have built the gates. The other thing that's useful is you can kind of have a quick glance at who's built more than 1 gate. So if you've got somebody building something outrageous, it will get displayed on this picture. But we see this player has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates built on that location. And that's it for the gates. Again, if you wanted to get a little bit more let's go note that gamer tag again. It was L8OXL. If you want to get a little bit more information, you could go to /player bases by gamer tag. Again, type a few characters, the bot will autocomplete. And now I can get a little bit more granular as to the precise location of the gate in the time and date that that gate got picked up by the bot. Of course, if you click it, it'll then take you, as you're used to your iSurvivaling, to a bit more granular position. These IDs, I'll talk about this in a second here. Let's keep going. I'm gonna go back to bases. Let's see, we did gates, we did flags. Let's go tents and see what the number of tents on the server is today. Obviously a bit more. Got 55 tents total. And yeah, you can see lots of activity. The other thing that's cool about this feature is you can get a quick glance as to who's hanging out with who. Just by looking at this picture here, I can safely assume that all of these players are hanging out with each other. So they're, playing together in game. So if you've got suspicions of, kind of known associates of player, which is another feature we have, we can cover that in a different video. This is an easy way to tell. I can here see, remember when we pulled up the flag, only this gamer tag showed up, but now that I'm looking at tents, I've got a lot more information of other gamer tags that place tents, at least in the immediate vicinity of where that flag was. Moving on. Let's go back to bases. So we did gates, tents, flags. We also have a command to pick up stashes. Let's go execute that one. Shouldn't be that many. Yep, only 2 stashes found. So these are stashes that are dug in game. The players, of course, have access to their own information, right? That's one of the features we offer, where a player can issue my bases, /command my bases, and it can tell them where they buried a stash, so it doesn't get lost in the woods to never be found again. But you as an admin can also pull up and see where people are burying their stashes. Go back in there. With the stashes, the only one we have left is towers. So that obviously is going to give me watchtowers built in the game. Same functionality as everything else, but you can see this character here is either broken down and rebuilt the watchtower a number of times, or he's got several. He or she has got several towers in there. Okay, so now I talked about the IDs. Other commands that we support. Of course, this is a lot of data and it will accumulate rather quickly as your server grows. We do have a command here dedicated to wiping the server of all base information. So if you've just wiped or you started a new season and you want to delete all of the base information that was previously there, that will be the command to use. We also got some shortcuts that can provide quite a bit of data depending on how busy the server is. For example, this one for all flags, that is now a granular view of all of the flags on the server. In this case, we only have one, but if you had multiple players, they would all display kind of small little embeds like this that'll tell you the flag type, the player, where the city, when the flag was raised, and of course the exact coordinates of the flag. The same information can be pulled for gates. This will give you very granular information on all the gates on the server. And all bases will give you all of the granular information for everything that has been stored during gameplay for players. Okay, we do have some generic commands. For example, base stats will give you just general information on how many, I guess, quote-unquote bases you have in game, and it will be broken down by the number of flags. You can see we have a total of 94 events, if you want to call it. We've got 1 flag, 22 gates, 8 watchtowers, 2 stashes, and a total of 55 tents, and then the breakdown for what tents players are deploying more. In this case, happens to be medium tents. Also, this note, if you do have no build zones defined in your server, which we'll cover zones in a separate video, that number will get displayed there. Let's go back to bases and see what else we have. We talked about wiping and deleting all the bases. Okay, so the base ID, we talked a little bit, like every time you get granular information, an ID will be displayed with it. If we move up to some of the data we got before, here we have some of these gates. If you do happen to find a record that is no longer in game or something glitched and you had to blow it up so the bot didn't pick up a destruction event, you can manually delete that event. So for example, we have 2493 here. I can delete a base by ID, and again, if you just type a few numbers, I really recommend you use this feature because it will not only tell you that the ID you're typing is a valid ID, but it'll also give you the gamer tag that you're looking for and the base type. So if I now hit tab and autocomplete on that, I know, without a doubt that I'm not deleting a random ID, I'm deleting this ID for this gamer tag for this type of base. You hit enter and the base will get deleted and it is no longer in our record. I think that is all we have. One last one. So this one, the base command that is divided into the player / command is specifically for if you want to delete all of the base records for a particular gamer tag. So if you have a gamer tag that got banned or has left the server since and you wish to delete all of those records so that they're no longer statistics available to you on the bot, you can use this command and that'll wipe them. Now, keep in mind, this will only delete them from the database records for the bot. It will not delete them from the actual game server environment. And that is it we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to catch you on the next one.